Welcome back, everyone, to the Orange Aces channel. We are back. I know this video might be coming out a little bit late. It was been a very busy weekend, and I only had a little bit of time to record, so that's why I had to end this one off early. But we are on a banger. We're on Ante 15. We have the Brainstorm. We got a Baron, a Mime, 2 DNAs, a couple negatives that don't really matter. We also have some very good vouchers. We have Overstock. We have Retcon. We have a little bit of money. We got reroll glut and liquidation, so everything's pretty cheap, and I'm excited to see where this can actually go. Also, I just want to say thank you to everyone who has been supporting the channel. We hit 1,800 subscribers yesterday. Thank you all so much. Quick thank you to my members as well: Meow, Jordan, Dr. Jack, Thunder Grenade, Josie, and Philippe for being a part of the Orange Tree family. If you feel like you want to join and support me a little bit, you can click the link in the description down below or the join button on my channel. So let's go ahead and get right back into it. Let's go ahead and take a look at our deck. We're almost perfectly paired. We have 2 cards here that are not kings. We got a good mix of steel and gold as well. We do need a blueprint. We do need an ectoplasm. We do need an antimatter. So there is a lot of room to grow in this build. We have to think about this mail-in rebate as well. But let's go ahead and start off with these Arcana packs. And I'm going to start with a Hermit, okay? Starting this video off with 20 bucks. And then an Emperor for a death is good, so we can get rid of one of those other ones as well. There is another Emperor. Unfortunately, nothing that I can really let go of here. We'll grab it for a Hanged Man. Okay, so we can officially get rid of this Stone card, this 9, maybe transform this Ace. We will do a little bit of re-rolling just to see if we can get a Blueprint. Which is going to be infinitely better for score than having 2 DNAs, obviously. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of re-rolling, or it would be a waste. I mean, if we grabbed mail-in rebate, we could also do that, but I'm just a little bit worried that we're not. I don't know our scoring requirements, and I don't even know how long this video is going to last. I didn't expect it to be a part 2, but it is. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel. Okay, it doesn't work. Let's go next. E17, so we're gonna have to see where we are at. Honestly, I'm just gonna hang those kings. They're not red seals, so we don't need them. We can go ahead and use some discards. Green Joker, I'm sorry, we don't need you. Let's go ahead and get rid of a mix of gold and steel here, and I'm just trying to find the cards that we can transform. So let's go ahead and do one more. Get rid of gold. Unfortunately, we didn't find any. Let's go ahead and copy this steel card, shuffle the Mime over. I think this is enough. Keep in mind, we're not copying the Baron, we're not copying the Mime right now. Our scoring potential is definitely higher than this, but this is still going to win. That's an E20 with only 3 gold cards, and we're not even copying what we need to be copying yet. So we have a little bit of runway here, but I'm just not sure exactly how far we can take it. There's the Showman again. Now, the Showman, unfortunately, we would only really be looking for another Brainstorm, so we're probably not going to take it. We're going to hold off for that Blueprint, and hopefully it comes. Hermit, I mean, with Overstock and reroll glut and all these things, we are going to be able to get a little bit more rerolls in than we normally would. So I'm hoping that Blueprint just shows up for us today, and if it doesn't, I mean, then it wasn't meant to be. We can grab another Hanged Man. We could grab a golden ticket to make a lot of money. We could play all of our hands and grab a golden ticket. However, again, we would be missing out on that DNA. So let's go next round here. No repeat hand types this round. Not the worst. We just need to make sure that we have a lot of steel in our hand. I think I'm going to be okay with this one. So we'll go ahead and make sure we just get rid of gold mostly, so we have steel in our hand. This is going to be a good one to death, and then we can go ahead and do a little bit more discarding, probably looking for that Ace and that Stone card. Now we have to be a little bit careful with how we do this. Honestly, I'm okay with this right now. We're not going to risk it anymore. We knew 3 gold last time gave us E20, so we're going to go ahead and do that again. Shuffle the Mime over to get the most money out of these gold kings, and we'll move on. So things are getting a little bit scary. With a Blueprint, we're going to have a lot more runway. That's E20 again, so we're totally fine here. and we move on. So we're getting to a good spot here. We're definitely getting to a good spot. And the point of this video originally, well, I made it the point of the video, was just to like prove that realistically any run that you do isn't necessarily going to be a run like this, but you can almost always get to E20 in every single video. There's another death. That is good. We can go ahead and continue re-rolling a little bit more. We're just looking for a blueprint to show up for us. We can get rid of the hangman for a death, and we'll go next. So we need E21 now. So we probably know that just DNA here is not going to work unless we have one more steel card in our hand. So we'll go ahead and figure out what the breaking point is right now. Just discarding again for this ace and that stone card as well. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't. So we can go ahead and death this. We can also go ahead and get rid of this one as well. So let's go ahead and see what one gold card is going to do for our score. And let's send it off. And this is just to grab like a baseline at the best possible score that we can get without having to copy the Baron or the Mime for extra score, which is going to increase the scoring, I hope, a lot, having 2 Barons instead of 1. So that's E22 with just 1 gold card. So we know that we're fine with just 1 gold card. However, that doesn't make us a lot of money, which is not ideal. Let's go ahead and bust up this high card a little bit more, and we'll see what we can do. We get them from the telescope. We're also looking for better vouchers. That is not one of them. I mean, we'll grab another Mystic Summit or a negative version so it doesn't show up in the shop. We can buy a Fool. We can buy another negative. This time it's Abstract. We can use Temperance, and I'm good enough for using Fool with the Temperance there. And we'll re-roll a few more times here. Again, we're a little bit low on money. However, once we find the blueprint then, and hopefully an ectoplasm, then we should be doing a lot better here. We don't need these. I'm going to use the priestess so we can sell it for more money. And we'll roll just a few more times. There's a burglar. We might need that later. And let's go next here. So again, 21. So we know 1 gold card is where we need to be at here. So hopefully we just get rid of the gold. And one more time, and there we go. Now we can copy the steel. Again, this is not making us enough money, however, but it is getting us through the round. So I'm sure there's a better way to make money. I'm sure what we could do is make sure there's a lot of gold in our hand and then copy the Baron, perhaps. Maybe we'll try that next round. We don't need to win in one hand per se, but having that, or using 1 extra king does affect scoring quite a bit. We're going to check in the Buffoon pack for a blueprint. We don't find it. We could do an idle run. It's a little bit too late for that. We will re-roll a little bit because it's only a few dollars. Also, buying the priestess is cost effective. It just takes a long time. I probably should have done it. Again, golden ticket for more money. Temperance gives me some money. Let's go next. And then what we're going to do is this disables 1 random joker. As long as it's one of these 4, it's okay. I probably would rather, we can do this one instead and just get rid of a card. So let's go ahead and get rid of the green joker. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is actually discard steel until we have more gold in our hand, just to see what it's like. So let's do 50-50 here. Let's copy the steel, right? We know this isn't going to win anymore, but then we can go ahead and move the Mime over. And we will see how much this is going to score for us if we copy the Baron. So this is also good if you're doing runs like this, just to get baseline. So that's E19. But now if we copy a Baron, this should be a significantly higher score, making sure we shuffle the Mime back over as well. This should be a significantly higher score because Baron is triggering 2 times instead of 1 time. And as you can see, it is. We're at E27 now, and that was with 1 less card. So we're hoping for an antimatter here. Really, really hoping for an antimatter here. That would be amazing. Okay, we get the planet voucher again, which is not great. E25, we know that we can do that. We just showed that we can do that, and that was with a lot of gold cards as well. Let's go ahead and put DNA back up at the front. Still looking for that blueprint. We could take a hanged man, I suppose. Blueprint's gotta show up at some point. We'll do a few more rerolls. And we'll go next round here. E25. Okay, we know that that's okay. And we know that that's okay with a decent amount of gold. This is a good death target. So again, what we're going to do is copy the steel. We know this isn't going to win. Spaceman has been helping me out quite a bit. We also don't have any hand size increase vouchers, which would be another one, a voucher to grab. Adding an extra steel king is actually huge for the scoring opportunity here. So let's go ahead and put the Baron out front, and then let's send off this steel one, and we know we're going to get a little bit of money back from the mime, and that we know that we're going to win. So let's shuffle that mime back over as well, so we get the best possible outcome here. Now again, I don't know how long this video is going to be. I don't know how far we're going to make it. We're pretty close on scoring already, which means we definitely need to do something. We need something to happen sooner rather than later here. And unfortunately, DNA is kind of keeping us alive at this point as well. What we can do is just hang this ace, and then we can grab another hanged man, I guess. We're not going to use it anymore. Maybe if we find ones without red seals, we'll grab a temperance, and then we're going to roll a little bit for, hopefully the blueprint. We'll spin a wheel. Okay. The reason I'm spinning a wheel is if it hits DNA, it would be better for an ectoplasm in the future. Haven't been lucky with spectral packs at all. There's the blueprint. All right, that's huge. That is absolutely huge for scoring. Okay. Okay, we're doing good here. So let's go next here, and I'll show you why that makes such a big difference. So now what we can do is something like this. This is going to score. We know that this isn't going to win. We get the same amount of DNA value that we had before with blueprint. And then when we do our scoring hand, it's going to be much, much higher. So now we have essentially 3 barons working for us instead of 2. That's also going to make the score go up, hopefully by quite a bit. And then we can transition into more and more steel as well in the future. But we need an ectoplasm into like another showman, into another blueprint. We got a long way to go if we want this run to last the test of time. But as you can see, we're up to E36 now. So that's one piece of the puzzle solved for us at this moment in time. We want to keep going. We want to make more money. Our money is the biggest problem. Also, we want better vouchers as well. But I mean, it just shows that honestly, every run you could probably get to this point unless you had some severely bad luck. Let's go ahead and take the hermit. Let's take another hermit. We will do a little bit of rerolls. Honestly, we're not looking for a ton anymore in the shop. We're mainly looking for vouchers and ectoplasm so we can save. Diamonds are debuffed. It doesn't matter. We are perfectly paired now with kings of spades. Okay, so we can go ahead and send this boss out. We can go ahead and probably get rid of more steel cards, hoping to get more gold cards here for more money. So we can do something like this. And then we're going to move the Baron over for scoring, and then we'll move the Mime over. So a lot of work that has to be done. You have to pay attention to this run in order for it to be successful for you here. So that's E18. We're going to go ahead and play a steal. Now we have a significant more amount of golds, but we know that it should be much higher than the E26. And we're going to get that money out of the Mime, which is very important. So to get E26, we need E13 to show up here, so we know we've already hit it. And with 5 gold, we have E35 scoring now. So now we're hoping for an antimatter, or we're hoping for a hand size voucher. Both of those things do help us continue this run moving forward. So let's go ahead and see what we can do. Okay, we got the hand size voucher. That helps. What we can do now is we get another king. We can use a fool for a hermit. And honestly, we're looking for antimatter. We're looking for ectoplasm now. So it's getting to be a little bit tougher. We could ask for like a negative showman. I mean, that would be one of the best possible outcomes for us, is to get a negative showman. But I don't think that's going to happen personally. There's a showman. It's not a negative showman. We still need the DNA. I needed an ectoplasm before that showman came up. Also, mail-in rebate would make us a ton of money. So again, ectoplasm or potentially an antimatter would help us out a lot. Let's go next round. E31 now. We know we just scored around E35, E36, so we know we're fine. We can go ahead and get one more gold in our hand if we need. There we go. We'll go ahead and copy the steel. We're going to move the Baron over, and then we're going to shuffle the Mime over after. This process does take a long time. It's a lot worse if you have to do a lot discarding for mail-in rebate, which we just don't have the capacity to do so right now. That extra hand size gave us an extra E there. Normally we're scoring about E18, E19 with this current hand size. Now we have 10 kings with the Baron being copied, so that is a big difference. Just one extra king does add a lot to your score. It really does. So let's go ahead and see what this is going to give me now. And we're already up to E39. Okay, so we know we're good for this ante. We're probably good for next ante as well. So we still have a few more rounds to get those spectral packs. Maybe to get a voucher skip. I'm not too sure on if I'm willing to take that or not. Shops don't help me out too much at this stage of the game. Again, we'd be looking for just some really crazy lucky negatives, which, you know, it is worth rolling for, but we know that it's very unlikely. Let's go next round. E31. We know that that's going to be fine. Let's go ahead and find some more gold cards. Probably would like 5 or so gold cards, something like that exactly. Go ahead and copy the steel. At some point, DNA isn't worth it anymore. However, right now, DNA is worth it just so we have enough hand size for the scoring requirements. Like, we don't necessarily need it for the future. If we found an ectoplasm into another blueprint, we could probably get rid of the DNA for now. But we need it for now just to survive. And Space Joker is, you know, just doing its thing every 1 in 4 times. It's leveling up our high card, which is at level 58, which is a really high card for us to have right now. You notice I'm hanging on to the death. I don't really need to do anything else. I just need to get lucky at this point in the game. So every game can get to this point, but then it does unfortunately rely on some luck to move past that, right? We do need those Spectra cards. We do need the right vouchers. And we have got a lot of them already. Still no Spectral packs. Really unfortunate. Let's go ahead and open up an Arcana pack. Just to get rid of this death, let's go ahead and turn it into steel. We can spin the wheel. That's 3 wheels in a row that we have not gotten anything. Let's do a little bit of rolling for a chance at a negative. Obviously, it's not a large chance, but when rerolls are so cheap, you might as well try for it a little bit. You might as well do it. Spin another wheel. Okay, that's been 4 wheels now, and we have not gotten it. That's unfortunate. We'll try and stay around the 300 range and go next. So all spades are debuffed. Definitely need to re-roll that. I don't like that boss either. Extra large blind we do not care about, so we move on. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and discard for some more gold cards potentially. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. There we go. We have 5. So we go ahead and send off the steel. And the Space Joker's 1 in 4 is working, but not the wheel. And again, the wheel, I want to turn like Baron or Mime or DNA. I want to get them because if we get an ectoplasm, I want it to hopefully go on a blueprint or brainstorm. If it goes on a Baron, that's okay too. It's just not the most ideal. Let's go ahead and send this king off, shuffle the Mime over, and we know that we're going to be okay here. Again, that extra hand size is going to, we're at like E39, right? That extra hand size is the reason because of that. Just adding one more king at this stage of the game is huge. It's absolutely huge for scoring. There's E39 again, making sure we're copying our Mime for gold, praying for antimatter and an ectoplasm in one shop here. That would be beautiful. Give me the antimatter, please, game, so we can make money. Darn it. We get Hone. Not ideal. Not ideal. It is what it is. We continue moving forward. What do we need to get to now? So E37, we know we're fine again. But we need to find something very soon in order for this run to continue going. Or it's just going to be, unfortunately, a short video, which sucks. What we could have done is grabbed a Troubadour. It's slightly worse than the DNA because it's not adding the kings. But what it actually does is always allow us to have that extra hand size, which is pretty good. So maybe I'll take it if we see it again. Get a temperance for money. Again, I wanted to stay around the 300 range, so we actually went a little bit below. Let's go ahead and see our max end here quickly. So we're going to go ahead and get a steel card, and we're going to copy it. Now, this is going to be our maximum score that we can achieve at this point. Now, like I said, with the Troubadour, we would always have 11 hand size, right? So we don't necessarily need the DNA anymore. Troubadour might be better. You play less hands doing it this way. It's going to score the exact same, right? Because we're still going to be at 10 cards when we play the Baron. No reason to move the Mime this time. So Troubadour would be the exact same, except we're not adding any more cards to our deck, which only has a slight amount of value now. What we're going to have to do in the future is start making a ton of money with mail-in rebate and start... That was E45, so we might be okay on the next ante too. What we might have to do is get rid of the DNA, find a mail-in rebate, and start re-rolling for the Serpent, in which we would be okay until ante 24 for that case if we re-rolled for the Serpent. However, the Serpent can cost up to $300 per turn, which is pretty crazy. Let's go ahead and just keep making more of these cards here, and we will see what we can do. Let's go skip, and we are looking for a lucky negative at this point. You can go ahead and grab a Pluto, a Hermit. Hopefully we get a lucky negative here. If not, totally makes sense. It's not supposed to happen all the time. Let's go ahead and send this off. I also should be looking for mail-in rebate. That is my problem. Let's go ahead and we can leave 2 gold cards in here pretty comfortably. So let's go ahead and do that. Spaceman helping us out. If we find a mail-in rebate, we have 4 discards. It would be $15 a card. So every 2 cards is 30, every 4 cards is 60, $75 a hand. We would make around that $300 every single time. So we probably would be okay. So that's probably what we're going to need to do. At this point, we have enough steel, hopefully, to achieve the Nan Imp if it ever comes to us, if that's what this run is going for. We have most of the pieces of the puzzle. We don't have all of them yet. We definitely need some more help here, and we need it fast. So I'm going to be looking for a mail-in rebate here, and then we're going to try the Serpent technology for sure, because that's E43 with 2 gold cards. So we're going to want to grab... Oh, double. Let's go. Give me an Ecto. Dang, man. Can't do that. Give me an Ecto, please, game. Oh, brother. That is not good. We finally get the Spectral Packs, and we do not get an Ectoplasm. Yeah, we're going to be looking for a mail-in rebate here. Hopefully it shows up. I know I passed on a lot of them before. We can grab a Death and a Fool. Reserve parking doesn't make me enough money. We go next. All face cards are drawn face down. Maybe I don't like that boss too much. Heart cards are debuffed. We can survive. Let's go ahead and continue converting all of these gold cards over. We will just copy this. And we'll see what we can do from here. I don't know how long this run's going to go. We would need a mail-in rebate now, and then we'd have to start skipping to Serpents, which is not ideal. Definitely not ideal. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what this is going to score. This is our top end, right? Don't need to move the Mime. This is as high as we can score. Right now we're at 1, 2, 3 triggers versus 3 scoring opportunities. So we're completely even right here. This is the optimal scoring. Obviously, you could move... No, it doesn't matter. This is the optimal scoring. I guess technically you could get rid of Mystic Summit, or you could discard a few more times, and you could score the very slightest bit higher. But that doesn't help. So E45, we're alive. Okay, we can go through these antes normally. So I would like to find a mail-in rebate, like right now, to make up a stack of cash. That is what we need to do. Okay, we can just continue converting these gold cards over. It is a little bit early to do all of that, but it is what it is. Let's go ahead and grab the Fool. Give me a mail-in rebate game. Okay, there's another negative. I would like a mail-in rebate, please. Oh, brother. Golden ticket's not good enough. We got to go next round here. We know that we can get through this, so let's just get through it, I guess. Oh, brother, this is not good. We don't have a lot of money left. Let's go ahead and copy our DNA first. I've probably played this wrong. I probably should have taken the mail-in rebate early when we knew we could score. DNA is far past its time now. Don't need that anymore. We do need it for winning. However, I would just try and skip to the Serpent and win that way. Also, we can make money through the Serpent as well. That would be the ideal practice here. It really, really would be the ideal practice. Well, let's go ahead and see what we can manage here. This is barely winning. It's getting me scared. That's E45. It is winning, but it's barely. Delayed gratification helped us out a little bit. Business card doesn't really help us. Mail-in rebate, please, game. We skipped over it a ton before. Bean allows us to survive for a little bit. A little bit easier than DNA does. Probably going to take it, honestly. And if we find mail-in rebate, then we'll be okay. Maybe. Actually, we won't be okay. We need the bean. Send it off. What we can actually do now is get rid of for some gold cards. No delayed gratification money, unfortunately. So, no more DNA. We go ahead and ship this. This is better than DNA. We now have 13 kings in our hand. This should be much higher score. We're getting to the wit's end here, guys. We're getting to the wit's end, unfortunately, already. I don't think this run is going to last the test of time. I don't think we were there. We needed that ectoplasm earlier. We needed more scoring. We're struggling here early. This is going to be our highest score, E53. Bean goes down a little bit. We'll still be okay for the next round. However, we're going to be dead after that. So let's go ahead. Unless we get an ectoplasm right here, right now. Don't hit the bean. No! No! Why? Why, game? Why? I'm going to try something here. Closing the game out completely. Okay? Closing the game out completely. Now, this is a little scummy. I don't know if this works. Okay? We're closing the game out completely. We're reloading it here. You're coming you're coming with me for the ride. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'm stupid. I should have got rid of the bean. However, we didn't have that much money. I would have needed to found something instantly for us to, I don't know, do something. It's just not ideal. Let's go ahead and press play. See what happens here. Bean's still there. That is just very, very tough for the boy. Very, very tough for the boy here. That sucks. It really, we get DNA back. Oh my god. I am quite upset. Still haven't found a mail-in rebate. I mean, it's elusive when you need it. When you don't need it, you see it all the time. This game really, really just likes to kick you in the face sometimes. And it just kicked me in the face there. We're rolling down. There's no point in anything anymore. We're going to win this, but it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. I am so upset right now. I am so upset. We're copying the gold here so we can make money. I am just super, super upset that it hit the bean. We had a 1, 2, 3, 5, 1 in 5 chance for it to hit the bean. It hit the bean. This video is going to end. It's going to die. Unfortunately, we're not going to get the Nan Imp that we want. Well, that's it is what it is. I mean, the icing on the cake now is I know the game is going to give me the antimatter. I just know it. It's going to give me the antimatter now when I don't need it. And that is just super, super frustrating. But that's not the point. The point of this run is anyone can do this, okay? It takes a lot of work of deck fixing and know-how to do stuff like that. But anyone can get to this point. Getting to the Nan Imp is, you know, obviously I made a misplay here, but it is slightly lucky as well. How would I have known that the DNA was going to come back and survive? Okay? I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have known. We got the wrong voucher. We didn't get the antimatter. Makes me a little bit happier, honestly. I don't think we're able to survive here anymore regardless. So this might just be it. We'll re-roll for a lucky negative one more time. We're not going to get it. Theoretically, we could skip. What is this going to give me? Create 2 random jokers. E51. No, we could. Did we do E51? Let's just send this off. We might be able to do it. The bean is dying though, however, so that is problematic that the bean is dying. Let's go ahead and send this off. I don't know if E51 is achievable. If it's not, then that's the end of this video, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. If it isn't, maybe we'll skip for a serpent. Couldn't find a money generator in this one. Unfortunately, had a mail-in rebate before. Didn't work out. Let's go ahead and send off this king. I think this will be close. I mean, negative bean. Why? Why? The negative bean incident. This is part 2 here. It's just, it is what it is, guys. This is the way Balatro goes. Anyone can get to around an E50 score. I guarantee it. I guarantee you can do this at home. I believe in you. I know you can. Let's go ahead and grab the Hermit. Let's grab the Jumbo Pack. Nothing else for me to do. We're going to skip here, and we're going to try and get a Serpent. And if we don't get a Serpent here, we're dead. Insult to injury. Oh God, I'm dying. Insult to injury. Now all of our cards are debuffed. Oh, goodness gracious me. That's the end of the video. I didn't even realize we can listen to this glorious clicking sound that isn't doing anything for me. Thank you all so much for watching. What a disaster piece of a video here. But at least this shows you the real how sometimes Balatro just goes for streamers too. Streamer luck is not a thing, okay? We just play more than you guys. YouTuber luck, we just play more than you. That's why we get these seemingly lucky runs. But no, almost every run can get to this point, okay? If you play your cards correctly, you need to build up a lot of money. You need to get slightly lucky for your rolls. But every seed's going to have a blueprint in it if you reroll enough. Every seed's going to have a brainstorm in it if you reroll enough, right? I broke the game a little bit there. E53 is our high score. There's the seed if you want to try Nan Imp on it. I think there is potential. I definitely screwed up. Could have went for more of a... I need money, right? At the end of the day, I have $3 here. If I had enough money, I could reroll for the Serpent up until ante 24. I could make things happen. I could do things. Anyone can do this. I believe in you. Anyone can get high score Baron Mime runs. Work on deck fixing. Work on making money early. Okay, with enough money in this game, anything is possible. You have 100 grand in this game, you can reroll for anything you want. I guarantee you there will be a blueprint. Technically, there's a chance you could reroll $100,000. There's no blueprint. Technically, there's a chance with that. Okay, but I guarantee you, any seed has a blueprint. Every seed has a Baron and a Mime and a DNA and this. You just need the money in order to get to that point. Okay? Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this part 2. Unfortunately, a little sad, a little funny, a little sad. It is what it is. This is today's video. Hope you enjoyed. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow for another Balatro video.